On June 22nd, Florida photographer Dan Watson traveled to New Smyrna Beach with his drone. He snapped images of his family there, including his wife and their 3 kids having fun in the water. He spotted something when he flew his drone up to capture some aerial pictures. For he focused on it, and it was instantly evident. He immediately began shouting for everyone to exit the sea as he hurried to it. Drone photographer Dan Watson, 35, never anticipated being able to capture this sight with his drone. The skilled drone operator had already captured a number of stunning images. You won't believe the image he captured on June 22nd on New Smyrna Beach, however. He used the Mavic 2 Pro drone to take this picture. Up to 18 kilometers may separate you from it in flight. Well, the majority of the photos taken with this expert drone are creative. However, Watson's photograph was by no means creative. In the U.S. state of Florida, Watson's wife and their small children traveled to New Smyrna Beach. It is surrounded by palm trees, has immaculate white beaches, brilliant blue sky, and a combination of cool surfer attitudes and the lovely southern way of life. You can even go dolphin swimming. Unfortunately, this coastline has a dark history. It's been dubbed Shark Capital as well. The state of Florida has the highest rate of shark attacks. As many as 21 of the 64 global assaults this year occurred in the state of Florida. The New Smyrna Beach area was targeted 9 times. A terrible event occurred not too long ago on this foreboding beach. A shark attacked a little child, 11, on the foot. According to the lifeguards, the Lake Wales child was in waist-deep water when the shark chewed off his foot. Officials reported that the shark had vanished. The boy's wounds were rather minor, yet things had worsened. 3 people were attacked by sharks in less than 24 hours on this renowned beach. A 23-year-old lady was bitten on the left hand and wrist, necessitating stitches, according to the authorities. The right foot of a 21-year-old male was bitten not long after. A man in his 50s was bitten on the right foot the day after the beach closed. Fortunately, none of the wounds were too severe to need immediate medical attention. Not even close to what Dan Watson captured on camera on June 22nd, however. Dan Watson took some lovely photographs of his children playing in the water with the help of his drone. His kids, ages 5 and 9, were not yet proficient swimmers, so they remained on the beach. After getting the drone into the air, Dan took it on a flight to the kids, but on the way, he witnessed a life-altering event. He checked the live feed from his recording drone on the controller. A shadow seemed to him to be near the kids. Nonetheless, he was unable to make out the object's identity. His solution was to bring the drone in closer. It was then that I realized what it was. A shark did IT. The man's father was very alarmed. He abandoned his belongings and sprinted to his kids. Could he possibly finish in time? His wife Sally joined him on his runs. When they finally reached the children, an odd thing occurred. Dan was only able to focus on his kids as the drone circled overhead. When he finally did, he grabbed them and yelled at them to get out of the water. It seems like they just narrowly escaped the shark in the photo. However, the drone's camera caught even more than that. A second shot was taken by the drone as they fled. That second photo was the spur-of-the-moment decision, Watson said. When the shark makes its turn and dives back into the water, you can see them running. You can see the sand spread all over by their movement. But this aerial photograph was taken by Mark Romanoff and Forrest Gallant off the coast of Southern California for their documentary on the topic of humans' complex relationship with sharks. Jessica and Kelly are seen high-fiving on paddleboards as a great white shark lurks in the background, invisible save for its black shadow. The distinctive form of a hammerhead shark's head explains the origin of the animal's common name. These organisms are fascinating to observe. For instance, 100 or more of them may often be seen swimming together. This is a terrifying drone shot because of this. This spectacular aerial photograph was captured above Panama City Beach, Florida, just as a fisherman hooked a hammerhead shark by mistake. The fisherman is seen struggling to catch the shark from above. When the fisherman finally prevailed, the shark was released unharmed. A school of fish surrounds this shark, but they keep their distance in case the shark is hungry. At least a few of them went a bit too near for comfort and became dinner. Regardless, it's a stunning picture. This incredible picture was taken by a drone pilot who flew their aircraft over the body of a large whale that had just died. A shark and a crocodile can be seen sharing a meal at the enormous floating buffet. This occurs only rarely. This drone was conveniently located near the scene of the crime. How likely is it that they would photograph a shark just before it ate? This thing it sunk its teeth into must have been substantial. When a pig can't even swim to safety from a crocodile, you have to wonder what the world has come to. Despite the fact that whales typically avoid eating people, It's easy to see this massive creature crushing the poor diver without even batting an eye. We can't help but wonder if that man knew that he was so close to one of the largest mammals in the world. Do you experience vertigo? This is the place to be. You may be wondering, how do I get there? In addition to this terrifying cliffside path, there is also a funicular. This photo of an Atlantean shark girl was taken by a drone. It looks like she's taking it easy, basking in the sunshine, but you can be sure that once she detects the drone, she won't let it get away. Consider this individual. Do they not realize that they may be in danger of falling? There is a rope, but if you want to know what's safer than rope climbing, let me tell you, not going anywhere near the air. My automobile looks to be drowned in this aerial photograph of a lake. There's a sad story behind this picture. A Florida guy, then 40 years old, disappeared with it in 1997. Is 300 meters above sea level the right height for a tennis match? It's a good thing you have a strong arm, because you won't be seeing any of those dropped balls again anytime soon. The helipad atop the Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai is home to this course. Drone footage captured this unsettling scene above Edinburgh, Scotland. Former Glasgow gangster and murderer Jimmy Boyle sculpted the statue of Gulliver the Gentle Giant while doing time at Barlinnie prison. China is home to more than 1.4 billion people, making it the most populated nation on Earth. As could be expected, China also has some of the worst traffic jams in the world. This aerial photo was captured on the massive 50-lane Beijing-Hong Kong-Macau expressway close to the Hong Kong border. Following the 1986 accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the Ukrainian city of Pripyat was forced to be evacuated. People were told to only bring the essentials, as they would be allowed to retrieve the rest of their belongings at a later time. You couldn't be more wrong. As a result, no one has been permitted to dwell there since their departure. Now it's just a haunted ghost town with nothing left but the ghosts. This drone footage shows what a scary place it is. In other words, you may go there, but just for a short while. A deity sits atop a church steeple. He's finished wiping out a city full of sinners and is now pausing to take pride in his job. To avoid getting smoke in his eyes, he's standing atop a church. At least, that's what it seems like from here. This is in fact a statue of Jesus Christ atop a church in a foggy Spanish village. Beautiful and significant, the Temple Expiatory del Sagrat Cor is a must-see when in Barcelona. A recently landed astronaut examines molten rock. In this new situation, what are they going to do? Does the fire reach them? Can they feel any pain? No, it's a human scientist looking at an active volcano. The wearer of the silver suit is safe from the scorching temperatures outside. I can't tell if he's a man or a giant kid. The photo is frightening nevertheless. If the kid takes a deep breath, the male will become lodged in her nostrils. He's just seconds away from a sticky end, so how can he be so calm? Sape, an artist, used biodegradable paint to create this massive fresco. A girl throws a paper boat into the water and it sinks.